Welcome! It's Zack Childress here with the REI Success Academy team, bringing you another video in our REI Success tip from this series that we've been working on, which is all about getting started. That's the series we're in right now. We're actually on video 3, which is week 3 of what we've been going through during this series. There's only one more video to go. So listen, if you haven't watched video 1 from the week 1's assignments, the video 2 from the week 2 assignments, you need to go watch those because those are building in these. This is a building block series. This is for you to keep growing and keep building your business, and me kind of giving you some quick tips. I like to keep all these videos within like 7 minutes or something like that. But, you know, some will go longer, who knows. But they're real short, quick videos for you to consume. Also, if you're brand new, this is the first video you've watched, well, welcome. welcome. I'm glad you're here. I am. Very much I'm glad you're here because these are what we call our REI Success Tip videos. And they come out all year long, and they have different topics from getting started, like what we're on right now, to goal setting, to finding buyers, to getting out of your own way, to stories about our students. I mean, there's a lot of them, and they're built on series. So each tip of the series has 3 to 5 videos inside of that series. And so that's where we are right now. We're on video 3. Listen, if you're brand new and this is the first one you're watching, go check out our company page, Creative Real Estate Training Academy on Facebook. Go over there, like that page. We do some live stuff there. It's something you want to engage with me on. Be there, be present. So anyways, let's talk about what we've already talked about. So like I said, we're in a new series called Getting Started, and this is helping you put the pieces together that you need to get the momentum going. Now, week 1, we talked about your budget, how to create a budget, what you needed in that budget. We also talked about your power team, what you needed in that power team, who was on that power team. We talked about systems, some certain systems you need to have in place, where to get them at, and how to put them together. And training, you were supposed to get into your training. You were supposed to start identifying your strategy so you knew how to apply this. Now, on week 2, last video, we talked about research, how to identify a market, where to know which pieces of that market that you need to be practicing, and some identifiers to help you get started. We talked about calling leads and how important it is and what you need to be doing right now, calling those leads. We talked about a small direct mail campaign, running some ads, and we talked about making offers. And so that leads us into week 3. This is our 3rd video. And on here, we have 5 points of action for you this week. Number 1, make more phone calls. You like that? Listen, phone calls never stop. You got to keep making them. That's just the way it is. So this week, you're going to make more phone calls. You remember what I told you? You should be calling 10 to 20 sellers per day for 5 days. That'll get you where you need to be. You need to start marketing for your buyers right now. Let's talk about this. So if you're wholesaling, we got to have some buyers in place, right? So go to a site called gosection8.gov, and on there you can look in your area for properties rented by Section 8 landlords, and you can click on that property and you can click view details or view contact information, and it'll tell you who the owner is and their phone number, so you can actually call them and ask them about, if they're buying more properties and that, you have properties that they might be interested in, to start a relationship with them. Another great way to find buyers is to simply look for other wholesalers in the marketplace and see if you can do some co-wholesaling with them. Another one is drop some direct mail for those buyers. We talked about that in my Inner Circle coaching call the other day about how to, get some buyers in a specific area using direct mail. We even talked about it on a live Facebook stream that we did the other day. It's very powerful. It's very concentrated, so it doesn't cost a whole lot of money, but you gain buyers specifically that are buying in the area that you're acquiring a piece of property that you have a contract on, that you want to sell your rights to that contract. The next one is I want you to start working on building out your lead intake system. You got to have a flow, okay? So a lead intake system works something like this. Number 1 is all about research, which we talked about that on the last video. Number 2 is your marketing. which we talked about that on the last video. Number 3 is all about communication. This is once you've done your marketing and you're starting to talk to people, you need to move them into a communication. Now, could the marketing just be you reaching out and calling people? Yeah, that's supposed to be a phone right there. But you get it. Yeah, so your marketing could be you just calling people. So then if that's the case, you're moving right into what? The communication stage. Number 4 needs to be all about research. The research in the property. Making sure you're getting a good deal. Okay? Number 5 is all about negotiations. This is when you set the second call. We're setting the second call here, okay? And we're negotiating them. Number 6 is where we move them into a converting stage. And this is if they say yes. If they say yes, great. We're going to convert them into contracts, get closing, find our buyers, move them across. If they say no, we move them into a converting stage where we're going to follow up with them, okay? We got to create our order. We talked about this in video 1, the AWeber. We're going to create the AWeber. We're going to dump them in there and follow up with them on email, okay? You got to get your lead intake. You need to start, at this point in the game, you need to start talking to some local banks. Now, I know what you're going to say right now. Yeah, but my credit's shot and blah, blah, blah. Listen, stop. Stop with the excuses. You need to be out there. You need to be talking to these local banks. You need to be communicating with them about what you want to do and how can they help you so you get the criteria. Because here's why. The more you keep saying, I ain't got money and I ain't got good credit and I can't do this, the more you're going to believe it. But if you can go talk to some community banks, not the big banks, not Wells Fargo and Bank of America, but community banks, and they say to you, John, I'd like for, we could work with you, but we need a 640 credit score and we're going to need 15% down payment to put you in these types of deals. Okay, great. Well, you say to yourself, well, I don't have the 15% down and I don't have the 640 credit score. And that's where most of you go wrong because you start thinking about it from a personal point of view. Okay? So stop doing that. And the reason I'm saying that is because you got to start figuring it out. Okay, if I need a 640 credit score, I need to go find somebody that will partner with me that has a 640 credit score. Okay, I need 15% down. I need to go find somebody how I can borrow the 15% down, or I need to go wholesale some deals to create the 15% down and start creating partnerships as you move forward. You got to get this in check. You got to go out and do it, okay? Now, that's your assignment this week. Plus, what I want you to do at the very end there, read it, start making more offers. You got to keep making offers. You know the drill. 10 to 20 seller leads a day. You need to be making anywhere from 20 to 30 offers a week. You need to get it going. You got to keep it moving. Because look, by now, some of you are already in the middle of deals. Some of you are already talking to sellers. You're making it happen just because you're following the process. The rest of you that are just watching these and you aren't doing anything, you're probably sitting there trying to figure out what you should do. I'm telling you what to do here. You just got to go do it. That's what I got for you this week. This is Zack Childress with another REI Success Tip video for you in our series of getting started from the REI Success Academy team and family over here. We wish you much success and stay tuned. I got the final video coming up in this series. We'll see you on the next video. Bye now.